Another day, another story. The conflict between Israel and Palestine began just under a century ago, but the significance of the land precedes even biblical times. The area in question covers a tiny swathe of the southern Levant, bordering Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, and the Mediterranean Sea. With perpetually shifting borders, accusations of segregation, and claims of historical significance, the region has served as a fierce battleground between Jews, Arabs, and Palestinians, backed by a rotating cast of states including the UK, America, France, Iran, and Turkey. While 165 member states of the United Nations refer to the region as Israel, the remaining 30 do not recognize Israeli statehood and refer to the land as Palestine. Of the states that recognize Israel, all accept that the Jewish settlements and segregationist policies constitute a form of forced occupation. At present, most of the West Bank is administered by Israel, although approximately 42% of it is under various degrees of autonomous rule by the Palestinian Authority. The Gaza Strip, a 41-kilometer-long and 10-kilometer-wide strip of land located between Egypt and the Mediterranean Sea, is currently under the control of Hamas, which is designated as a terrorist organization by the United States and European Union. The Holy Land. Although many consider the conflict between Israel and Palestine to be one of territory, not religion, it is impossible to understand the historical significance of Israel without touching upon its importance to Judaism and Islam. Jerusalem, one of the oldest inhabited cities in the world, is considered holy to the three major Abrahamic religions of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. It features prominently in the Hebrew Bible. In Jewish tradition, it represents the place where Abraham, the first patriarch of Judaism, nearly sacrificed his son to God thousands of years ago. It was the capital of King David's Israel in the Hebrew Bible, as well as the site where David's son Solomon built his temple. Jerusalem is also important to Christianity because it is where Jesus Christ was brought occasionally as a child, preached to the poor in his adult life, crucified at the end of his life, and resurrected by God. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is said to have been built over the location where Jesus was crucified and where the tomb was buried. Similarly, according to the Quran, Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens from Jerusalem. It is home to several Islamic landmarks, including the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock. The characterization of Israel as the Jewish Holy Land on one side and the historic land of the Arabs on the other has dominated the narrative since the late 19th century. In reality, both Jews and Muslims have claims to the land of Israel, although the latter have governed the land for far longer. Israel before the 20th century. Since antiquity, the southern Levant has been ruled by a myriad of empires, including the Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, and Ottomans. Israel first emerged as a term used to describe people that descended from the Semitic Canaanites. As those people slowly settled and won kingdoms of their own, they began to dominate large parts of what we now consider the state of Israel. According to archaeological research, evidence of the Israeli people occupying what is now northern Israel, Kingdom of Israel, and southern Israel, Judah, dates back to the 9th century BCE. Around the same time, it is believed that the Philistines, from which Palestine is derived, occupied Israel's southern coastal plain. In around 722 BCE, the Neo-Assyrians conquered the lands of the Kingdom of Israel and Judah, thus erasing the term Israel from the geographic map. From around the 5th century BCE to 135 AD, the former Kingdom of Judah served as the base of Judaism, but that changed when the Roman Emperor Hadrian expelled the Jews and decreed that the city and its surrounding areas be referred to as Syria Palestina. Arabs started to settle in Palestine after the Islamic conquest of the Middle East in the 7th century. Apart from 90 years during which the Crusaders held the region, Muslims held the area for 1,200 years. Particularly important amongst the powers that controlled Israel was the Ottoman period reigning from 1516-1917. During Ottoman rule, inhabitants of Israel were considered Ottoman citizens. There was nothing called Palestine, Palestinian nationality, or Palestinians. Neither was there anything called Israel, Israeli nationality, or Israelis. Although there were occasional tensions between the Jews and their Arab rulers, the region's Jewish community largely lived in peace with its Muslim and Catholic occupants. However, that peace would be upended by European mismanagement. and the rise of the Zionist movement. We will be discussing it in our next video. Thanks for watching.